Good morning, everybody. My name is Vincent Meza. This is Listings to Leads, and this is our Get Started class for our new clients and also for our long-term clients that just want to keep up to date on what's going on. So there's one thing that I wanted to share with you before we get into the platform, and that's just some of the ways, let me stop the pop-ups, that our clients use the tools. And sometimes they do custom things, and we make it very easy for agents to customize tools because what we're doing here is creating automated tools to help you market your listings. We've created a whole series of templates to help you make ads on Facebook, on Instagram, and Google. We have 80 PDF guides, 40 for buyers, 40 for sellers. You're branded on every page. Lots of great content, lots of great social media content, and then landing pages, right? Unlimited landing pages. And so I want to concentrate on the landing pages right now because it's something I think most agents don't even look at. They maybe look at one, but Scott and I get a report that looks like this every week, right? And so we get this and we look at it and go, okay, this is cool. So I wanted to share with you a little bit of what people are doing, right? So here we can see this client here has 23 leads from Property Valuation Plus. So if we click on this link, we can actually look at it. And I think it might help. So this is somebody out in Virginia. You can tell that they've got a nice, pretty picture of a neighborhood. And I really want to speak to this because when you're creating home valuation landing pages, you want to make people feel comfortable. You're going to use this probably on an online ad, or you're going to do a mailing and you're going to send people to a page. And if it doesn't look like their area, you're not going to get a great response. This agent here got a great response and got 23 leads from that. This one here, let's look at, I'm not sure who this is. Now, this is a weird one. I'm not quite sure what this is. Enter details of IKW lead here. I think they're messing around with it. I don't know quite what that was. I remember looking at that and I keep getting confused on that one. But there's a couple good ones here that we definitely got to look at. So this is Adrian Walker from the Walker team. And this is another Virginia, Maryland client. Now, I wanted to speak to this one particularly because you notice that it says Northern Virginia and Maryland, right? This is a wide swath of land, right? This is covering 2 states. Now, this client did pretty well. Let's go look at this. Let's go look at the reason she's on this list is she's got 22 leads in 3 days, in 30 days. So the thing about that is I would never recommend doing anything like this. I'm not sure how she's using it. Maybe she's doing, I just don't know. But there's really 2 simple options. One, you get a newsletter. I'll show you where that is in a bit. It'll be on the advanced options of these landing pages. And 2 is to run an ad. And I think if you did a mailing, it would be stronger. But for me, the thing that I do not like about this is it's such a wide area that I want to know that you know the value of my home in my town. So like I live in California, okay? And I live in a small town called Lafayette. And the property values are good here, but if you tell me that I can get my free home value anywhere in Northern California, I'm not going to be too interested. I'm going to be less interested because I need to know that you focus on my area. So this kind of super wide thing, I know a lot of people like to do county-wide stuff. It doesn't really speak to the value of my home right here, right? So I don't really like this, but I'm just showing it to you anyway because it popped up in our charts today. Eric, so this guy here is out in Australia and he is saying, hey, what is your investment property worth? But also he customized this. You see this green section here. You can customize our tools, not only with the background picture, but also just the text to get people to click. And he clearly has had some success with that. Again, I'm not sure where he ran this. He's got a number of leads there. I want to show you this one as well. So this is some custom buyer landing pages. I think this is what got me a little bit like I was scanning these. I think, oh, this is pretty cool. So this is something that somebody is saying, hey, you want to find out about homes in Naples, Florida? Well, sign up here. And you all have like particular kind of niches that work out there. This guy here, Alberto, he made a very simple one, and it's just got a video in it, right? And he's basically saying, "Hey, do you want to see a list of homes for sale?" It's in Spanish, right? So you can do all kinds of things with our system. It's up to you, right? Here, this one looks a little bit off. It's a free report. So there's actually a template for creating a free report for buyers or free report for sellers. So this is weird that they're using this one. This one would, this is, hey, sign up for the yard sale promotion. Yeah. So it's a little bit off. I don't know. But when you create this, you would create the page like this. You can tell that all this text is custom and you fill it out. But when you fill it out, it's going to bring you to a page where you can download a report that you upload. All right. So that's what that report is. I'm not sure what they were trying to do here, or even if they used the right one, but they did get a lot of leads with it. So I thought we should actually have a look at it. And then let's look at this last one here. So this one resonated for me because it looks like they're talking about a particular development, right? And I know a lot of you focus on particular areas. Sometimes it's a development by a builder, or maybe it's a neighborhood or a city. And this could be a way of doing that. Now, I will say this. I rarely recommend, this is what I would call, let's go look at it real quick. I think I know it, a custom landing page for buyers. Right. And so it's meant for buyers. It's going to give you a thank you, this information. But one thing that I've seen agents do, create a landing page like, and they'll be like, sign up for a list of homes in Albuquerque, right? In the name of a city. And they may not have listings, but they want to get there. Okay, I'm going to create a landing page for a particular town. And then I'm going to go launch that. And then they're surprised sometimes because they're like, wow, that didn't work really well. What's wrong? I did everything right. And what you're not thinking of in that case of a particular town is the market is so educated on the internet that they know they can go look at a list of towns in Albuquerque in 5 seconds. They can just go Albuquerque homes for sale and look at Zillow and realtor.com. And they're used to doing that. And there's other websites, right? That the market is used to. So if you're asking somebody to sign up for a list of homes in a particular town, they might be like, no, why would I do that? I can just go search on Zillow all day. But this one here is a particular area. And so that is when this kind of makes sense. And just to give you some examples, golf course properties, right? You know how there's always like a fixed number of homes on these golf courses, things like that, waterfront properties, unique horse properties. That's when you can create a custom landing page. And we'll go over there and look at that real quickly when we get started here. But I wanted to show you, let me go just right off the bat, that we do things to help agents get a lot of leads. We want to make it easier for agents to advertise. Here's a guy here, John, that's got 75 leads in a week, right? From this home right here. How do you think he did that? 75 leads. My guess is he ran a Facebook ad, right? Now he's got 75 people with name, email, and phone number, and he drove them and captured a bunch of leads with this. So that's a cool thing to do. Let's go over here and look here. And there's Jordan. There's another one. This is a different person. So this is a property in Texas, right? These are auto-generated by us. And so there are lots of ways to use them. And that's really what I wanted to show you. There's a lot of things, a lot of different ways. We're trying to think of what we think we need to do for you, right? We're always looking at, can we maximize things? Can we make them work better for you? And the answer is always yes. That's why we're always improving listings to leads. But still, the reason why I wanted to have this conversation is A lot of our clients are doing things that they're just thinking of themselves. And they're like, hey, I've got a different kind of opportunity. I want to try this. And I get calls all the time from people who are like, I want to do a first time home buyers class, or we want to do this or that. And landing pages are a great way of going because as soon as you created it, you can whip right around and create an ad on Facebook or on Google if you're using our Google software, or you can use the print tools to get people to that landing page. And I definitely recommend that in certain kinds of cases, right? If you've got a listing, we've got you covered there, right? We're creating tools automatically and you should use those tools. But landing pages can be really helpful, right? So there's just something to think about. So I wanted to also just show you we have a mastermind group. If you're new to us, go to our support page, ask them to get you in the mastermind group. It's where Scott and I talk about what's new, what we're developing, what we're pushing. It's where people ask questions, right? Hey, anyone here have consistent success with ads? Looking for guidance. I've never seen Taylor on any of our training calls, so I guess Taylor's just going to ask the random group and see what people say. But people will give their response, and really, the response, in my mind, is get on a class, get on lead gen webinars, which is how I think some of you got on today, and learn how to use our system. If you use our system consistently, you know what? You're going to end up getting leads. You're going to build your brand and you're very likely going to grow your business. That's really the goal. I think that's what motivates Scott and I is we've developed a plan where we know that you're realtors. We know that you don't all like to be doing work. You want it to be as automated as possible. And we are getting as close as we can there, but some things are completely automated. And that's great. But for things that really move the needle on your business, meaning going to help your business grow, you can, it's going to take a couple clicks. So let's get into it. I asked everybody to give us some questions before I started. So if you have them, is this going to be recorded? And if so, do we get a copy? The answer is yes, it is going to be recorded. And you will find a copy on our YouTube channel. And that's why I was showing everybody your YouTube channel. Every time we do a class, we record it and we put it on this YouTube channel. Kamal, I'm going to send all of you a link to our YouTube channel. I recommend that you save it and this call will be there pretty soon. Okay. So let's get into listings to leads and talk about setup. All right. There is, when you log in the first time, if you go and wrong account, sorry, guys. When you log in the first time and you're creating a trial, we drop you on the wizard. Let's buzz through it real quickly. I don't look at it too often. I think our wizard, it's not complete. Frankly, I know it's not complete. And the reason why is that we keep adding tools to our system and we're moving so fast that our wizard can never keep up with us. So we build a tool and we're like, okay, this is great. And automation, we're making it easy for our clients, but we can't get it on this account set up fast enough. It's just not happening. So when we go here, the first thing is get your profile, get your picture, get your number, save. We're going to move you to the next page, company information. And that's your company name. Now, inside, I don't actually like working in the wizard for a couple of reasons because we're missing a couple of things. If you have a team name, we actually have a better place where you can do that. So connect social media, add your ad account. I'm going to actually not even go through this because it's not complete. I recommend everybody goes to the profile and I'm going to show you why right now. The first thing is if you got a team name, you put your team name here and check the box and it will replace this name with whatever name you have in this box. So that's useful to know, right? Auto posting here, you want to connect to your favorite social media accounts, right? So when you click Facebook, it's going to tell you, I click Facebook now. So let's wait a second. See what it tells us. It's going to say it's you, your personal name, right? And I think I'm removed, but let's look at it because we got hacked a while ago. And so reconnect. Okay. Yeah. This is new. This isn't normal process. Normally when you click it, let's see, it actually says you need to create a Facebook page. Okay. So yeah, we had to disconnect from my Facebook page. So what I was trying to tell you is you need to connect as your name. The second page that they'll show you on Facebook is what business pages you want. And then that's where we're going to do auto posting of your listings. We can also auto post home valuation pages, letting people know they can get a free home value, and also landing pages for down payer assistance and new construction. Like we can do this all automatically if you connect your social media, right? Over here in the profile is also the CRM integration. And so if you have any of these as your CRM, you'll be able to use, this is their API. So there's usually a token or email address. And so you can click on Follow Up Boss and drop in whatever they've given you. If your CRM is not on this list and they have a forwarding email, sometimes they call it an email parser, you drop it here. That would look like this. Actually, the CRMs give you some really goofy email that nobody would ever use. And then they will say at our CRM. This is what Follow Up Boss used to do. I think they still do. But we actually have their software. So it's much easier if you just click Follow Up Boss here. But most CRMs, if they have if they have the API with us, and this makes it super easy in this column. If not, ask your CRM, do you have an email parsing email? And then put it here. And if they don't have either of these, it's probably time for you to find another CRM. That's just way too out of it if they're not doing either. So back here on the profile, you can set up your appearance. You can upload your logo. You've got some themes here. You can also customize your color scheme here. You can choose what kind of version of single property websites we're using. This here is going to show you the kind of social media share look. So as we're posting to social media, you can have these kinds of templates, these kinds of looks, right? So you can set all that. It's kind of one-time set and forget. Social media links here. This is where we're adding buttons on your marketing tools. Follow me on Facebook, right? Follow me on LinkedIn kind of thing. So this is not anything really dynamic happening, but this is where if you just want to build up those social media platforms. So that's, I think, what we need to do on the profile. And over here on this section, we need to start with ads over on the left, right? And so when you come here the first time, it's going to say one big blue button says connect to Facebook. Click it. It's going to take you to a Facebook page with your name on it. It's going to say, is this you, Vincent? Right. And you click yes. And then the next page as it gives you is which business pages. And you can choose multiple business pages. Probably you want to use your real estate business pages. So set that up there. And then if you want to use Google, you can click this button and subscribe to Google, which is an additional $30 a month. But it's very powerful, especially if you want more listings. You've got to have a Google strategy for that. Then there's this page here that says social. And it might confuse you because when you come here the first time, it doesn't look like this. It actually tells you connect to social, connect new social account. That's just the totally wrong thing. Let me take a picture of this. This is bad. So I got to send this to our team. What this really needs to say is connect to your social media accounts, right? Now, maybe we have, and here's the thing, you're actually connecting again to your social media that we just did on the app. So that can throw you off. And that might be why we changed the language here, but it's not straight. You just click there, you add your Facebook, you add your LinkedIn, and you add whatever social media accounts we can help you with. Then you tell us the schedule. I have mine going out every Friday. You can have it every day or every other day as a default. And then you choose the topics. And this is where it's really powerful. There's a lot of content here. It takes a second to pull up because there's just so much data underneath this page. And this is like colorful, conversational real estate content. Okay. So it's meant to auto post to your social media accounts, and you'll see there's a number of different topics, but it's not super deep, heavy writing that industry boring, blah, 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 because you can find that nonsense all over. If you click on the eyeball here, you're going to see a bunch of articles, and you're welcome to read through all these if you want, right? I know there are a lot of realtors who don't sleep well. And yeah, you can click on every one of these and just look at it, right? But really, what it's meant to do, I hate that when that happens, is you just click the button and you turn it on. Now, I will say this, I just set up an office in Texas, and the manager called me. She goes, "Hey, you know what? You're posting stories about flowers in spring. And right now we're having a heat wave and it's just not relevant." Right now, that's sad. Texas going through heat wave. I know that. We all know that. The timing of the letter, we can't design it to specifically meet every one of your needs wherever you are in the US or Canada or Central America or the Caribbean. So you could click the eyeball and go look at those. Say, you know what? I don't want this one. I don't want that one. But if not, if that's not a big deal to you, just click the circle here, right? And that will blast everything out that's under that page. You just boom, like that, right? Also, and this is way more important, we have a bunch of PDF guides. We're going to go look at those together. And 40 of them are for home sellers, and 40 of them are for home buyers. And you are branded on every page one of these. We even have them translated in Spanish. So if you click this button, we're going to auto post these throughout the year for you. You don't have to do that. You can do it manually if you like to log in and click buttons every week. You can do it yourself by hand. Or you click that button and we'll do it automatically for you. Whatever changes you make, you save it here and there you go. So that's the social page. You want to turn that on. Okay. Let's go over here. I see some questions. Are you going to add social threads? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So what is it? Is it Facebook just launched threads? I'm sure we will. Let's just see how it goes. I imagine that threads may be a standout, but I'll just throw this out there. Years ago, people used to ask us about Snapchat, right? Snapchat, really? Are you ready? Or you got tools, Snapchat? And Snapchat just fell apart. It just became a place for kids to make pictures of themselves. And it wasn't really it. Now, I don't think that Threads is going to be there, but it just launched. Let's just see what kind of viewership it has. And things are moving in this space. Twitter obviously is making its weird moves. And so now we're looking at this, but will it last? It's just today's news. Let's just give it a few months. Can you create ads and schedule posts for several agents? If you have a team account, Nick, yes, you can, because you would have separate profiles and then you can make schedules and run ads for all those people. This is the social page. Don't forget it. One other thing, why I don't mention it all the time, link in bio is buried here. And this is for all of you that are using Instagram and TikTok, because there's not a lot of ways to get people. If you post something like, "Hey, I got an open house" on Instagram, and you put a picture, you can't quite get to it. You look at it, but they don't give you the option to click. I don't know what you do. But if you're using this and you copy it and you put it in your profile, whenever you're doing a real estate related post, you can always say, "Hey, check my link in my profile," right? Because some of those cool social stories will be there. Your listings will be there. So the listing that you're talking about, some of our PDF guides that I was mentioning earlier are going to be there. And then your favorite landing pages are sitting there. But if somebody clicks on this listing and we're going to drive them to a single property website, you can, at your bottom dollar, we're going to have some sort of lead capture pop up here, right? No matter what stage. If it's early stage, we're going to get buyers. If it's later stage, we're going to offer a free home value. So LinkedIn bio is buried right here on the social content page. If you're on Instagram or TikTok, I definitely recommend them. Okay. See here. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Nick, if you need a team account, you got to find me, and I am at vince@listingstoleads.com. And then I set up the team accounts for everybody. And they are discounted and they're month to month, just in case. There's also another section here. If you're out there collecting client reviews, you want to make sure that you get your reviews on our site. So we can auto sweep reviews from Zillow and Testimonial Tree, or you can put the rest of them in manually. But the reason why you want to do that is that we put all of your reviews on a web page like this, and your reviews will be there, and your favorite landing pages will be there. The PDF guides I keep talking about are here. And if you click on a PDF guide, just a FYI, you got to give up your contact information. So we're all about lead capture here, right? We're leveraging your reviews to get you more leads. And of course, we have your listings here, right? So your listings are here. We're driving them to this page, multiple lead gen links on the left, and this page pops up. And if I click continue to Facebook, we're going to grab their name and email and deliver it to you. So that is the client review website. One other thing I want to point out, if you're your business, you can always take them, you should take them to Facebook and tag your client and thank them for the review. Okay. And that means you have to be friends with your clients on Facebook. And I know some of you guys say, oh, my friends are 150 years old and they don't have Facebook. And so don't worry about that. But the people who do have Facebook, become friends with them, tag them, right? And just say thanks. And when you tag them, and you know, you want to sugarcoat this, but we're not going to waste too much time here. You paste in the link. When you tag them, all of their friends and family and colleagues on Facebook are going to see this, and they're going to know, oh, my cousin wrote a review. I'm thinking about doing something in real estate. Maybe I'll click on it. And now if they click on it, they're going to land here, which has everything about you and lead capture. Okay. Oh, not here. We're going to the review page, which is there, right? So this is all about you. It's got people talking about you. It's got all this fun stuff. That's how you use the review on Facebook, is you just paste it, copy your client, thank them, sugarcoat it, and let it rip. So get your client review website created, get your reviews in there. There's even a cool thing here, which if you close a transaction, you can request a review, right? You can actually send this email invite to your client and say, hey, can I get your review? And guess what? It's going to show up right on this page. And so that would be a smart thing. Down here is follow-ups. And, you know, this is a drip campaign. All right. It's a drip campaign for buyers or for sellers in Spanish or in English or both. You might be operating or you're doing some things in English and some in Spanish. You turn them all on. We'll only use them at the appropriate times. But I want you to think about this, because when you think about being a real estate agent, sometimes you have a list of the things that you need to have, right? If we've been talking 5 years ago, probably you'd say, I need a website. I need a CRM. I need some kind of whatever. Right? There's 3 or 4 things. To me, you need a marketing campaign, right? And to me, it's almost like you need a marketing system. That's where listings to leads fits in. And you need a CRM because you need to follow up with leads, because I know in realtor fantasy land, you capture a lead today and they're signing a contract tomorrow. But on average, it's 18 months to convert a lead. And we have clients converting leads in just a matter of days and weeks. And so you really want to just be consistent and things can be shorter. But what I'm trying to say is, if you have a CRM and you have hundreds or you have thousands of leads and you have a drip campaign turned on and you're noticing that you're not getting phone calls or you're not getting emails from those leads, I would really recommend you turn on our follow-up campaign. Because we launched this a year and a half ago, and a year and a half ago, we have had clients say, oh, you're closing listing appointments for me. You're closing buyer appointments. And Scott and I wrote this in our kind of language, which is, again, conversational, not heavy reading, because we know everybody's getting hundreds of emails a day. And there's also like our PDFs are involved in here, right? We're giving them value and content, which was what every agent should do. And frankly, a lot of the best CRMs, their drip campaigns, if you're using them because they they're pre-canned and you just turn them on, they are useless right out of the bat. Right after you bought the CRM and you click turn on this drip campaign, they actually don't do much. You're just checking the box that you have a drip campaign. So I'd rather that you not look at it as you're checking the box. It's that, hey, I've checked the box, but it's actually doing something to help my business. So think about your drip campaigns. And if they're not working, turn it on right here. Another thing worth mentioning, we have an affiliate program. You can get recurring revenue. There are a lot of people. You just set this up with a PayPal account. There are a lot of people getting a lot of money by just sharing this with other people. So if you're one of those people that's super social and you can get pretty nice income, we have some people doing really great with that. One other thing down here, it is an add-on. It's called Text IVR. And this is where, let's see if this will explain what it is. Let's see. When we have a tool, when we have a listing, it's not really showing up well here. There's actually a unique code for each property, right? And so that property has a code like 23817. And depending on the type of tool, and this is pointing to the wrong tool, that's why it's not showing, it will actually say, click here to get information or dial this number, push this number to that number. And then they get an instant information. They get this website automatically, and you get their phone number and you know what property they're looking at. So text IVR can be very useful. It's $10 a month and you get 10 codes. You can print sign writers on those and you can reassign them as you sell those homes, right? And then you can reassign them to the new homes as you go. So that's the setup, right? So what can you do after you've set up the account? We should auto sweep your listings, right? And that's the first thing. A lot of people come to us because they feel like I have listings. But I do want to stress this. We have tools for you if you have listings, and we have tools for you if you don't have listings. And if you don't have listings, we're going to make the assumption you either want buyers or you want sellers. And you can get these kinds of leads with our system. So it's really something that there's always peaks and troughs for realtors. You have a bunch of listings, you're busy, and then it's all gone and you're not sure what to do. You should be really hitting on our classes and using these tools consistently, and it'll take those peaks and valleys out of it. But let's just click in here and let's talk about what's going on. All of these things happen automatically, right? You can download this checklist, and this checklist looks like this thing here. So if you want to download to leave something on your desk, download the checklist, and it'll remind you that you can actually go in and run a Facebook ad. Now, I'm going to jump out of this one. This is mine, and my Facebook got broken. So let's get over here to code. If you're looking for buyers, the fastest, cheapest, easiest way is to run an ad on Facebook. Okay. And we've been doing this for 13 years. All right. If you want buyers, if you want a bunch of buyers, the fastest, cheapest, easiest way is on Facebook. Even if you're borrowing a listing, right? Let's say you don't have a listing and you don't have it. If you talk to a colleague, hey, can I borrow your listing and market it and go get some leads? And if they say yes, use the grab listing button, drop in the zip code and MLS ID, and we're going to pull it in. Okay. And at that point, well, you got all kinds of things you can do, right? And like I've said twice, the number one way to get buyers is to run an ad on Facebook and Instagram. So if I click Facebook and Instagram ads here, all you got to do is click create an ad. All right. And it will create, the ad will look like this over here. If you want to change something, like maybe it's your listing and you know that it has great schools, right? You know the name of the school, right? And people want to buy that. You can type it right there in the ad before you post it. And if your MLS says you got to list the listing agent before you market anything, so you have to write the agent's name, right? And then, cool, you click create an ad. Now, I don't know if you've written an ad in Facebook, but it's a lot more complicated than this. These leads come with pre-populated name, email, and phone number from everybody's Facebook profile. That's why I'm telling you it's the fastest, cheapest, easiest way. On average, a buyer lead from a Facebook ad costs $3. Okay. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on where you are, but that's the average. All right. So social media posts, what's this? If you remember that I told you on the profile and the setup that we can turn on social media auto posting, this is what that looks like, right? So this is something that you don't actually have to mess with. What we're looking at here is an automated post on Facebook. So once you set up your profile, it's not gonna say real estate test, it's gonna have your business page. It's gonna have emojis, it's gonna have hashtags, it's gonna have pictures. And if I click in it, it's gonna take me to a website that Listings to Leads has designed for you. And if I want details here, I got to click continue with Facebook. And now you have my email and my name and the property I'm looking at. So social media auto posting is just great to have, right? You should definitely do that. If you want to share on the seller social media, again, I would definitely recommend you use this at every status. Like, we just listed a home and you at your office are the realtor. We're having an open house this weekend and you and at your office are the realtor. And then if you sell the home, it says our home just sold and we want to recommend you at your office. And we will auto embed your phone number and email address right here. And if your clients are putting it on their wall, their friends and family and colleagues are going to see that. So you're not getting random internet leads. You're actually getting leads from the sphere of influence of your clients. Okay. The nearby homeowner letter is our top tool for getting listing leads that turn into listing contracts. And I'm going to tell you there are 3 different versions. You can download it here. Let's just look at it real quick. And you're going to notice that this is a simple piece of paper. It's a 1-page letter. It says, hey, we just listed a home up here. Take this to your computer and go find out about it on that web address. And when that home is sold, it's going to affect your home value. So go here and go get your instant home value. That's all this is. It's not artificial intelligence or whatever, right? It's just a piece of paper, but it's very straightforward and you can customize it if you want, but it is the number one tool that our clients use to get listing leads. Okay. That turn into listing contracts. And that, take a little break and point out that I mentioned this YouTube channel. And every 2 weeks, I do a call that says top tools for more listings. And you should watch that if you want more listings, because I do talk in depth about this letter. And I also tell you how to get it in the market and also what to do to convert those leads into business. So that is top tools for more listings. And I do it every 2 weeks. Also, we're on the get started one, but Facebook and Google ads is here too. So if you want to learn more about that, I'm not going to be able to go in depth on that today, but it'll be there. If you got a CRM, the e-flyer for your database, it's an electronic version that you can blast out. Hey, I got a home for sale on top, affect your home value on the bottom, even got your client reviews down there. If you're thinking about video, and if you definitely are thinking about social media, you know that video is there. We're giving you the scripts on your listings. Just download it, print it, read it a few times, get your smartphone out, record it, and then snap it out to your favorite social media accounts. We do create single property websites and virtual tours and listing flyers. Some of them we're blasting out automatically. When we create a virtual tour, we put it on YouTube. If you can add your own YouTube channel so that your listings go to your YouTube channel. Postcards and door hangers, they operate just like that other newsletter or the nearby homeowner letter, which is on the front, there's a URL to capture them as a buyer. On the back, there's a URL that offers a free home value. So it's nice to do print and get an ROI. I know that's not normal for the real estate space. You should use our tools if you're basically going to be printing anything. There's blog posts if you're a blogger, and even Craigslist. I'll tell you, just anecdotally, I wanted to buy a tractor last couple weeks ago, and I went to Facebook Marketplace, and I had so many scams coming at me. I could not even find a real tractor. But I went to Craigslist and boom, in 60 minutes, I had already located one and was ready to buy. And I don't know how long you've been in real estate. Craigslist was a hotbed for lead gen for many years. And then Craigslist got tired of all the scams on their site. So they whipped their website around and totally changed it and made it incredibly hard for realtors to capture leads and for consumers to become a lead. But consumers still liked it. They liked the delivery of Craigslist. They liked that format. So right now, I think it's like the number 15th or 16th website in the country, which is pretty good because that's still high. That's like of all the billions of websites in the country, it's number like 15 or 16. What's more important is your competition had left that webpage. Realtors just like you got tired of this thing 5 years ago, and they're not there. So there's only a few realtors over there. And I was actually talking with a team I was setting up, and he said, we're running ads on Craigslist, and I have to build an ISA team just to deal with Craigslist leads because there are so many real people trying to get our help. I recommend everybody look at that. Now, we do create QR codes, and those are great. And I know everybody's figured that out since COVID. There's even a traffic report, but that's listings. Now, over here on the ads, you can create ads on Facebook. Let's give it a second to go there. You can create on Instagram, and that's kind of default software for us, right? Let's give it a second to go there. And then I'm going to repeat what I've already said, which is the fastest, cheapest, easiest way to get a buyer lead is by creating a listing ad for a home that's for sale. If you want a seller lead from Facebook, you can market a home that's sold. You can market a home that's pending. You could use one of our landing pages for home valuations. You can create your own home valuation pages for all of your favorite cities and just create an ad. And like I said earlier, you're going to get name, email, and phone number pre-populated, right? So you can create unlimited landing pages with our system and go run ads on Facebook. Let's go back. And what else? We can also do PDF guides. And like I said, you've got PDF guides. We're going to go look at that. But I do want to point out, like, Facebook has been around for a long time. And it works because people like to go through and look at all the nonsense their friends are sharing here on Facebook and follow their family and see their dogs, where people are eating and all that stuff. That Facebook is awesome, right? For that. And it's actually the number 3 website in the country, in the US. And adults, not teenagers, like to spend about 40 minutes a day looking at whatever is on Facebook right here on this news feed. And that's why when you run it out on Facebook, it's like, hey, I got an open house, or hey, would you like to get your home value or whatever? It can work, right? It can work because we're spending 40 minutes a day just looking at random stuff. Now, if somebody has a question though, right? Where is the best place to get a martini in New York? Or what's the best car for me to buy? Or what's the best mattress? How do I plant tomatoes? Or how do I sell my home? 86% of all searches start on Google. Okay. So if you want listings, you need to think about that. You need to think about, how am I going to participate on the number 1 website in the world and in the United States? That's if you want listing. And you got to figure where you are, because I can tell you in Dallas, Texas, a listing lead, meaning somebody responding to one of these ads or an ad that we can create in our system, these leads can often cost $30 each. Okay. If you're in Pennsylvania, I've heard that these leads cost $22. And in the middle of the country, I've heard them cost like $17 each. So there is an expense. I'll tell you, just anecdotally, I was talking to this one team, and they said they were so excited when we launched Google because they said, we convert 1 out of 70 leads from our Facebook ads. Okay. They are so good, not only at running ads, but they are measuring their conversions, right? They say 1 out of 70, and they have a team. So they're doing more ads than the average single agent, right? And they're like 1 out of 70. But they also said we convert 1 out of 40 Google ads, right? And so they're like, and you guys make it so easy, it's going to just make life so much easier for us, right? So we've got 40 PDF guides for home sellers, right? You could maybe, there's a danger of overpricing, right? How do I sell my home? You click create an ad and you type in the name of your favorite town, and that's where the ad's going to show. Okay. And it's going to be a $50 a day budget for 7 days. And the reason we have 50 is we don't know what ads cost in your neighborhood. I told you the highest price that I know of, and this is, I don't talk to everybody who signs up on our website. I talk to a lot of people. And these people, some people in Dallas are like, yeah, our seller leads cost $30 each. And I was like, man, that's high. He's like, yeah, he said, we're selling really expensive homes. So if I'm making 10,000, I'm willing to spend 1,000 to get that because now I'm clearing 9, right? I don't know what the math is for you and your market, but that's the number that you can use as a metric of how am I going to get what might take you. Now, this is just Google, right? Maybe you're going to say, hey, I'm going to do 1 or 2 mailings a month, which you should. And each mailing can cost you 100 or maybe 200 based on who you're using and do it yourself. And then maybe you're going to run some ads through Facebook for sold properties, and that's going to get you cheaper leads, but they're not going to be as good as the Google ones, but you're just mixing it up and building kind of a blend of lead quality through Facebook, through Google, and through print. And you start to figure out the math of, okay, if I do these kinds of things, I can get to 1 or 2 listings a month, right? That's a strategy. That's how you can look at it. I've been mentioning it a few times. We've got to look at this. PDF guides. There are 80 PDF guides. You can decide, do you want to talk to buyers or do you want to talk to sellers? And when you click on it, you can download these and you'll notice that you are branded on every page. Here's first-time home buyers, right? How do you market it? There's a video script if you want to do a video on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook and say, hey, I got a great guide. If you're a first-time home buyer, go click on my link and go download it. You can run an ad on Facebook and you can even upload the video after on the ad, right? You could do a social media post, an e-flyer for your database. You can copy and paste and blast out to your CRM. There are print flyers, right? Maybe you're going to, who knows, somewhere, and you want to just put some print flyers out to drive people to get a free video or free home buyer's guide. And then postcards and door hangers, they're all going to lead to this page here, which is a landing page, right? A little video that we've created. Your picture will be up here, and they got to give you their email and what's your time frame to buy. Okay, now you can download it, or you can click download, which means we're going to get your name and email, and then you can download it. So lots of ways, in this case, on this page, 80 different ways of getting either buyer or seller leads, right? Let's not forget that I told you on the social page, we can auto post this stuff to your social media network. So, you can do that too. But I do recommend if you're really trying to build a brand and give value to people who aren't actually clients yet, there's a lot here that you can do with this page. So that's the high level, guys. We do listing marketing with the social page and a lot of the tools that we have your social media strategy down, right? You get unlimited landing pages. You got ways of leveraging client reviews. We didn't dive too much into this today, but if you click on create a landing page, there are all kinds of landing pages you can create. These are all templates, right? FSBOs, expireds, custom buyer, custom seller, growing families, empty nesters, right? Empty nesting is going to be part of our world for probably 30 years. All these boomers are going to kick off. What's going to happen to that property? You probably want to have an empty nester strategy, especially if you're starting in this industry and you plan to be here for a while. You need to have that going on, right? So you can create those, and whatever you create, if you click on edit and tools, you're going to see a print section, right? And the print section is, here's a letter, right? You can download this and you can mail it. Here's a postcard, right? Even QR codes, right? Door hangers. So print marketing to get people to these landing pages that are going to offer value to your market, right? So that's my story. Any questions, guys? I'll remind you that we have team accounts. They're discounted. Our smallest team account is 200 a month for 5 agents. We have accounts of up to 2,000, 3,000 agents, and they're obviously a lot more. But if you have questions about team accounts, if you're a lender, you have questions, reach out to me. I'm at Vince at Listings to Leads. It sounds like we don't have questions. This is being recorded, and it will be in our mastermind group, and it will be on our YouTube channel. If you go down here to the support page, first of all, our support team is awesome. And put any question you want right here. Everybody just is following that, and they'll jump on it and get you a quick answer. And you can ask them to get in the mastermind group, which I totally would recommend getting in the mastermind group. Okay. That's my story. Thanks for joining me today. I hope this helps. Don't forget about our YouTube channel. I think there's honestly, like, our system, we've been doing this for 13 years. I know all the competitors, and there's always more competitors, right? But every 5 minutes, a realtor retires and starts a new tech company, right? But we've been doing this for 13 years, and I don't think there's another company that can capture the amount of volume of good quality buyer leads and seller leads, right? Than Listings to Leads. So learn how to use it. I would spend some time looking at these videos here, because the more you can leverage our platform, the faster your business is going to grow. All right. Have a great summer, everybody. Let our team know if we can help you. Take care.